People. Que pasa, sac passe, what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. This one is called It Rains and It Pours, and it pours and it rains. As it pertains to all sorts of crimes against children, against women, against elderly, against Jamaicans on a whole. The reason why I said it rains and it pours, doesn't it seem as if whenever anything goes down that is bad in Jamaica, it happens in succession, meaning back to back to back. And this is why I say that. About a couple of days ago, a young man, Cash Wayne, in his teen, he went to some sorts of 9 nights. He was dancing up a storm. His father came for him. Couple of hours later, he was found dead. The father fling some sorts of rockstone in his head. Mash it out. Maybe about 48 to 72 hours later, the same thing. A little youth, 2-year-old, his name is Adrian H0T-2-D3. If you look at the video right now that is playing, I am going to mute the audio. You could see that Chubby was also dancing with his mother and friends. There's also a next video with Chubby sweeping up the place, mopping up the place. In both cases, these people, young, innocent, don't have anything to do with anything. However, they end up in a very bad predicament. As it pertains to this youth now, Chubby, 2-year-old, it is said that he was supposed to celebrate his 3rd birthday on Sunday coming. Obviously, that is not going to happen. Instead of a celebration, they are going to be planning some sorts of final send-off. Based on the information, it is said that this incident occurred in Trelawney at about 8 p.m. The mother, the child, and the stepfather of that child were traveling in a vehicle, when a next man, who is a relative, specifically a cousin of the stepfather, blaze up some can in the vehicle. After the smoke cleared, this youth was gone on the spot. People, did you hear what I say? This is the cousin of the stepfather, 20-year-old. He is now in custody, that actually sprayed up the car trying to get at his cousin, the stepfather of this 2-year-old, going to turn 3-year-old, was going to turn 3-year-old on Sunday. Don't you see that it seems as if there's some sorts of ill wind, some sorts of demonic force or spell all over Jamaica, where it seems as if these youths nowadays, they have lost their brain. It seems as if they have lost the ability to think things straight through. So therefore they act on impulse, knee-jerk. Once them angry, them just go out and act impulsively. And then after the SMOKE clear, they are locked up. One person gone, a little youth, innocent as ever. It is a very sad state of affairs in Jamaica. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, the other day I spoke about an incident that occurred in which one of Jamaica's most wanted, government name, Kieran Kadola Dola Angus. He was 32. He was going to be 33 on the 19th of March 2023. He did not make it. He lost his life in a very unfortunate fashion. If you are a family member, if you are a loved one. If you are the typical average Jamaican, you are going to say happy riddance. Another one bite the dust. Another one should have been gone long time ago. Now people, after this incident, I'm in communication with people on both sides of the fence, meaning the lawmen, meaning people that are close to the family, people that have knowledge about this man and his deeds. Some people are claiming that, is this man just cursed with the badness genes, or is it some sorts of family curse? Here is the history. In 1980, he lost an uncle. That uncle's name is Natikunda. In 1990, he lost a brother also to badness. In 2021, a cousin named Mashi. Presently speaking, there's also a next family member that is wanted. That person's name is Ichi, presently on the Pawpaw wanted list. Based on information that I am getting, he is the only son of 4 kids. His mother is married to a soldier. The mother and the soldier have 2 kids together. He is the favorite of his granny. His granny is presently about 90-something year old. News is that the granny almost passed out when she heard the news that Kieran kicked the bucket. So like I've always said, there are always 2 to 3 sides to every story. In this case, the Pawpaw side, law enforcement, and also people close to the streets that know about him know exactly what transpired. We all know that he is wanted. Both sides agree to this. Both sides agree say him a bad man. It was going to only end one way. As to the details, nobody knew until yesterday. Based on what the Pawpaw said, if you never heard before, them get intelligence information say, you know say, one man we wanted the over a house. A one girl house named Apple. Them go to the house, them circle, them set up shop, them make sure say there was no way to run, nowhere to hide. Them surround the place. Unless he was going to go in some sort of tunnel under the ground. Them are going to catch him fly high or fly low. So therefore, them set up shop by the house. According to the Pawpaw, when them reach, announce, listen, Kieran, we have a warrant for you, come outside. Him wheel and pop off, blaze up some can after them. After the smoke clear, he was hit up several times. Based on what the Pawpaw said, he was mortally wounded. That is the Pawpaw side. So therefore, they defended themselves like the chairman of the Pawpaw Federation always tell you, say, whenever you challenge the Pawpaw, you are going to be doomed. And that he was doomed. Based on the street now, some of the information is polar different. It is said that he went to a house, go check a girl named Apple. Apple is one of those people that it seems as if she always wants some sort of bad man in her hole. It seems as if Apple have the hold me and let me go. It seems as if Apple had what they call the condemn hole. Whenever she walk you, more than likely you are going to get F-U-C-K literally. It's either bad man are going to take you away, or the streets, or the Pawpaw are going to take you away. Sorry. So I'm dead. Based on the information, it is said that he was there. One bike drop him off. When the bike drop him off, the bike left with a toll according to the street. Cannot verify or validate. The Pawpaw say them find a toll with one can in it. That is what the Pawpaw say. The street say one bike drop him off. The bike left. He heard The po outside don't know if they make any sort of announcement. Listen, sir, we have a warrant. We need you to come out with your hands up in the air. Wave them like you just don't care. People, that is a joke, but you get the point. He heard them outside. It is said that when him hear them outside, him start to fret. The girl in which him come for work, I wonder, wagwan, if him the under some sorts of OBEAH spell. Because him a sweat, him a fret, him need him a buckle, him a shake. Him pretty much have running belly. Him run go to the bathroom at least 2 times for SHIT. Because he knew that SHIT was about to hit the fan. Him knew, he could see the writing on the wall. He knew that this was destination doom for him. He knew that he was living on borrowed time. Him know say his time was coming soon. He just don't know what second of the day, like the coming of CHRIST. However, he was about to get FUCK. So said, so done. Don't know how Apple got spared. Maybe them say, make the girl come out of the house. Or maybe even Apple, when she hear the po take care herself, chuck through the window. Me no know. Me no know what happened after that. But based on information that I heard, based on the amount of corn, it seems as if Apple need to change her name to Grace, because it is amazing how she lived, how she got herself out of that predicament. But like history shows us, usually after Apple and these men have any sort of entanglement, usually she CUM and them gone. Do the maths. So therefore, them blaze him up, and people, you saw the video, I put that video in my WhatsApp group. When you look at these po that were holding one hold 2 foot, one hold 2 hand, and them a swing him, and then them fling him in the van. When him land in the van, he did not land too correct. Pretty much him head a hang off at the side of the door for the van back. It looked like they were throwing some sort of sack of potato, some sort of stone, some sort of thing. People, it was very inhumane. If you're a decent person. If you're not a decent person, then that is the treatment that you're going to get. And like I said in my previous video yesterday, these people are sending out, meaning the po, they are sending out a psychological message to the other aspiring criminals out there that want to live that life, that think that it is okay for you to rob people, corner people, take away people. It is going to be the same treatment for you. They are going to deal with you in the worstest way imaginable. So don't think that it is going to end good. Whenever you pick up a life of crime, whatever it is, it can only end 3 ways. But most cases, it is going to end up 2 ways. You're going to either end up in the big yard, or more than likely, you are going to end up in the graveyard. You can end up in both, but best believe you are going to end up in one of 2 or both of those. Unless, of course, there is divine intervention. Unless, of course, you make a 180. That means you turn around your life the polar opposite way. A lot of times these youths, they think that they are invincible. Them know all the deeds that they've done. So them know say when the law hold them, it is not going to be good. It's either them will get an enormous amount of time, or they're going to be done like how them done Mr. Angus. Here is the thing. This man people based on word on the street. The people them know say he is involved. The community know that he was involved. Many people, not just one. However, a lot of these community and a lot of these family members, they shield and protect them. They are not going to call. Don't know if it is because they are catering or they are recipients of the proceeds of crime. Many times it is just a loyalty thing. Because the people, based on what I am hearing, know say him wanted. No, say he is no Mr. Goody Two Shoe, no Mr. Innocent person. Them know say him out there a pie of people and a take what people life. So they know that it was coming. They knew that it was written in the star, in the stone. The writing was always on the wall that something bad was going to happen. It is said, people try talk to him. People try say, listen, you need to leave town. You need to change your life. You need to give yourself to the poor. However, he was always hesitant. Him decide say him nah go do it. Based on word on the street, like most GUNMEN are criminal because them conscience know say, listen, what the people them know about law enforcement are others. It is even worse the stuff that I have done. If them say me take away 4 people are usually about 8 or 80, it is usually worser. That is just what is in the official record. The street record is usually way worse. So therefore him know within himself. But like me say, they are always going to take that chance. Even when the law of possibility and probability is always running against them. You notice in that video that I showed or sent in my WhatsApp group, him look brown. However, he used to be black at one time, so it seems as if he thought that by him rubbing up, by him kind of looking a little clearer, they would have mistaken him. However, there was to be no sorts of mistaken identity. Remember, the poor, them not live there. So therefore, somebody must have told the poor. The poor are far away from where the incident happened. Not really so them far away, but they don't know. People are giving information. It comes to a point where even some people who at one time was not calling the poor because of the genuine distrust that exists between the poor and persons in the garrison. However, people are getting fed up by the day, by the month, by the year, because these people are getting out of hand. These people are getting too daring. These people are getting too brawling. So therefore, it comes a time when the people just fed up, when the law enforcement just fed up. Based on conversations that I've had with both sides, meaning the street and the people. May I say, but the people say, the man will drop him off on the bike, and people, this is after the fact, so therefore I can talk. The people are the man will drop him off on the bike, the man left with the tool. However, the poor I say, him have a tool after the thing clear, and them find the tool one round. People, the truth and the fact is that at this point, it does not even matter. At this point, the family member know. So listen, it does not matter if him have a tool or not when them come for him. They are not coming for him, and it is based on what he did, his action or reaction when them reach him. His judgment was always because of what he did in the past. And his past is not good. It is very checkered. It is not like Jesus' poor record. So therefore, the only thing that was going to happen, he was going to be recorded as a next one bite the dust. The people realize, meaning law enforcement, listen, Whenever you keep up here, Fuckry, when we come for you, we not care if Jesus and God they on your left and on your right, and the pastor or the preacher say you just confess and you're about to give up yourself. It not really matter. By then, it is too late. It is time for you to exit stage left. And like me say, the video that is out there, based on information that I got, a whole lot of persons were concerned based on how the popo them deal with him like some sorts of DEAD, DAWG on the street. It looked very inhumane, but like I said, there is a method to the madness. There is a reason why they do that. They are letting you know, if this is a life that you choose, this is going to be your outcome. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.